Europe stands at a dangerous crossroads tonight as global tensions rise and Russia's war machine intensifies its assault on Ukraine. France, long a pillar of European security, has joined its allies in what many are calling the continent's most serious preparation for a global conflict since World War II. President Emmanuel Macron has unveiled a sweeping new national initiative, a voluntary youth military service, set to begin by mid-2026. An effort, he says, built to confront accelerating threats on the world stage. Speaking at the 27th Mountain Infantry Brigade in the French Alps, Macron delivered a message both urgent and unmistakable.
Un nouveau service national va être institué progressivement dès l'été prochain. Ce service poursuit 3 objectifs précis. Renforcer le pacte noué entre notre nation et notre armée. Renforcer la capacité de résistance de notre nation. Consolider la formation de nos jeunes.
The project mirrors moves made by European nations such as Germany and Denmark, countries increasingly shaken by the shifting priorities of the United States under President Donald Trump and by Russia's increasingly aggressive posture. The initiative will allow 18 and 19-year-olds to serve for 10 months, receive compensation, and train exclusively inside France. It begins with 3,000 recruits in 2026, scaling up to 10,000 by 2030, and reaching a staggering 50,000 by 2035, depending on global threats. After completing the program, participants can integrate into civilian life, join the reserve forces, or transition directly into France's active military ranks. By 2030, France aims to reach 100,000 reservists, bolstering total army strength to 210,000 personnel. This is not conscription. Macron is unwavering on that point. Macron defended Jacques Chirac's 1996 abolition of mandatory service, insisting the modern battlefield demands a different kind of force, a hybrid army, combining trained youth, reservists, and active troops. But even this historic announcement couldn't escape controversy. Just days earlier, France was shaken by blunt, chilling remarks from General Fabien Mandan, the chief of the armed forces. The general warned that France must brace itself for possible losses in the face of Russian aggression. The comments sparked outrage nationwide, prompting Macron to intervene, clarifying that France has no plan to send young people to Ukraine. Recent months have seen Russia unleash one of its most brutal phases of the war since the full-scale invasion of 2022. October shattered records with more than 1,200 missile and drone strikes, slamming into Kyiv, Kharkiv, Odessa, cities battered under what President Zelensky calls terror from the skies. Hundreds of civilians killed, thousands displaced, entire towns reduced to rubble. Russian forces, reinforced by North Korean artillery shells and Iranian attack drones, have pushed deeper into the Donbass, turning once fertile fields into silent graveyards. Ukraine's Black Sea grain routes have again been severed, sending ripples of food insecurity across Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. Worse still, NATO intelligence warns of Russian troop buildups near Poland's border, a provocative move that many analysts interpret as hybrid warfare, probing Europe's defenses and testing its resolve. Analysts say this sustained escalation is the very reason France and its allies are acting now, as Europe faces a stark crossroads. Macron's youth military corps is more than a domestic program. It's a signal, a warning, a call, a recognition that peace can no longer be assumed, and that the security once guaranteed by the United States is now uncertain. Experts say the Western alliance is fortifying itself not just for a crisis, but for the possibility of a generational conflict.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.